Hi guys, welcome to a general all signs, everyone's welcome reading for the Taurus full moon leading into the energy of Pluto entering into Aquarius. Guys, this is a pretty big deal. Life as we know it's about to change and the energy is going to shift. Everyone is going to be more ready, I think, for this new vision of the world. And I think there is this element of expanding our consciousness as well as wanting to be a lot more like futuristic, outside of the box, quirky thinking. What can we do to like change shit up? I've been saying it's the official like beginning of the rebellion. Let the freaking rebellion commence, because I think what we will see over the next 20 years is that there are these false structures, these matrices, these empires that are really not serving anything other than this narcissistic demonic entity spirit that's kind of looming over mankind. And it's like hybrids, they're not even like humans. And there is this infiltration, this energy of infiltration that's taking place. Now, I think that Pluto, the planet of death, transformation, and rebirth, going into a sign like Aquarius, which is, let's think outside the box. Let's be as vast as we can be. Like, we're made out of the same stuff as stars. This is so inspired right now. And so here we are with this Taurus full moon, which is all about grounding, stability, steady-footedness, connection to source, your covenant. It is pleasure. It is all of the things that makes one feel good. It's like being so above the excessive processes that like other signs can get so carried away with. And here in this season of death and transformation, of fixed emotion, so here you are confronted with your emotional attachment to your finances, your vision of your value, the prosperity you're currently holding, what you seek to hold, and where you need to go next. So if all of that made sense, after the sun goes into Sagittarius, we're then followed on the 25th with a Mercury retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius, which is like saying, hey, everybody, we've just come out of this season of really needing to confront our emotions. In Scorpio season, what's hiding beneath the surface? Where is it that we've been reflecting back the superficial for so long that we kind of need to take a good look at what's going on underneath the surface? And anywhere there is that we need to close out chapters, transform certain situations, start up new cycles. Here we're now confronted with the added element of, hey, what's your worth and value like? What's your self-talk like? Like, are you taking your time with this, or are you just speeding through the process? This is more so about you enjoying the journey as opposed to getting from A to B. And where your finances are involved, how much pleasure are you allowing yourself to enjoy? How much pleasure are you allowing yourself to have in your day-to-day life, knowing that this is a very necessary part of the process? If you're not enjoying yourself, if you're not enjoying the little things that you need to be like, that you're working so hard to accumulate, what the fuck is the point? So here we are with these big questions, this big energy. We've got the Rider-Waite, we've got the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue, and we've got the Goddess Guidance also by Doreen Virtue. I don't know why I chose these decks for this particular full moon, but I just went with it. So before we even get into anything, book a reading with me, rubyreadstarot.com. All donations made to the channel are so greatly appreciated. Let's take a yummy deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Let all of it go. All right, full moon energies. As we build up our energies in this full moon, what is it that the collective needs to know in their highest and best good for all and everybody involved? for pleasure, for stability, for connection to source, to connection to our covens. Here we go, right off the bat. King of Wands. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. This is paternal. This is entrepreneurial. This is the daddy. This is, you know, that can do, tenacious, charismatic, charming energy. This is that fire, right? So somewhere there is a predominant masculine fire energy here. I feel like it's a preparation for us to go into Sagittarius season, which is all about entrepreneurship and expansion. And here we go, the Seven of Pentacles. There is somewhere where you're really gonna have to boss up and man up and get into your entrepreneurial energy and spirit, and really in that grow your own garden, tend to your own garden. Right now, attention needs to be paid to all of the components and all of the bits of the process that are required in order for you to tend to, pay attention to all of the things that you know grows your finances. And a real tenacious, confident energy, a paternal, responsible, authoritative energy towards the creation, the cultivation of financial dominance. This is your opportunity to grow the seeds that you have sown and see the fruits of your labor monetized and turned into a harvest of an abundance, right? So here we're looking at what it is that we need to be a lot more entrepreneurial spirit about, the things that we have to tend to. Our own garden, the thing that brings us the sustenance, the financial benefit, the financial gain that we need. The Hermit card of Virgo energy, the Four of Pentacles, the Lovers, Gemini energy, and the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. I'm loving the mutability here. The only thing we're missing is the Temperance card. Okay, so the Hermit, the wise wisdom that is sought from taking the bird's eye view, the view from above, to see all of the scope, to see a picture of everything. So what's needed right now is not only seclusion. Like, let's look at all of the grand prophets, all of the great prophets of the Abrahamic religions. Like, all of them went into their caves. They went into nature. They went into isolation so that they could receive communication from source, unfiltered, unadulterated, unedited. So there is somewhere within you for this full moon that's not only going to need a real entrepreneurial spirit about you and the commitment and the dedication to the task at hand, but there is somewhere where you're going to have to turn the light on for yourself first and foremost and illuminate what's really going on inside in order to be able to receive the connection, the communication, the intuition, the knowledge, the map, the blueprint. It's gonna take you turning the light on in you. And when I say turn the light on, what is light? It's a vibration, and it's a vibration that's so high frequency that it does not allow anything else to interfere in it, and it travels so fast. Okay, so it's almost like detox all of the artificial noise, all of the artificial light, all of the artificial things that we may make part of the process of our life right now is about a detox. It's about purification. It's about making the blueprint. And that's going to require a plan. And so here you are saying, where there have been these Saturn retrograde, Four of Pentacles, Capricornian, like restrictions and limitations and the need to hold on to the status quo, you're gonna have to open up those arms to receive alliances, partnerships, loving relationships in order to illuminate. There is so much here about illuminating, turning the light on, feeling like there is nothing that is left in the dark. So this full moon is illuminating megawatts on your intuition, and it is saying to you, clear up your crown chakra. It is time to create the blueprint for 2025 or the blueprint for the next 20 years. Either way, you're gonna have to move and get productive about harvest, your harvest. What are you harvesting? And that's only going to come by getting unstuck. And the best way to get unstuck is to move. This mutable energy here is insinuating that if you are holding on too tight, like if you're holding too tight, you're gonna let things slip out through your fingers naturally. But it's a lot of energy being consumed in just holding on to what ultimately is a limitation. Like expand, grow, stretch, take your space. The Lover's energy, Gemini energy here, and partnerships, man. The yin and the yang, the good and the bad, the black and the white, the here, now, and the then. Duality. This full moon is got this Jupiter in Gemini, Lover's energy. I believe there may be reunions with this full moon, and I think with the Hanged Man Pisces energy being here strong, there is saying like, yeah, okay, you're gonna need to take your time out to make sense of certain things for you, but you can't ignore the partnerships and the alliances that really are part and parcel of this process. And so the work that you might need to do for you is your work. Wheel of Fortune. Don't you love it when we make some magic here? Hi guys. If you're a Virgo, this is the second time this has come up for you in 24 hours. Can I get a thumbs up for that? Justice card and the Three of Cups. There are scales that are being balanced out. There is harmony, equilibrium, and balance. There is a fair conclusion to this full moon. And ultimately, with the Three of Cups being here and the Wheel of Fortune, it's saying, let your hair down, go and have a party, have a nice time. But make sure you've illuminated the truth for yourself before you head out, and give everybody else a share of that illumination. Things have to make sense for you first. And with all of this really intense astrology that is about to take place, your entrepreneurial spirit, your confidence, your sacral chakra being all the way lit up and ready to be committed and dedicated to the work that you know that you need to put in, that's only going to come by a period of seclusion so that you can make sense of things for yourself out of your own wisdom, not dependent or not hooked into the falsities. Prepare for those falsities to come crumbling. And so the self-reliance of the Hermit, the soul searching, the truth seeking, the going into the desert, the going into the cave to find your connection and the communication that you need from source, and the message that is saying, get out of limitation. This ain't the full moon of holding on to shit. This is the full moon of seeking all of the pleasure that life has to offer and being guilt-free about it. And this has nothing to do with hedonism, because the balance, it's saying keep your balance there. But part of that balance is knowing when it is time to enjoy life. And there's no point in enjoying life alone. Partnerships, alliances, they come together with this full moon. Some of them romantic, some of them platonic. Either way, it's soulmate unions. that are being told to be respected. The balance, the justice, the fairness starts first within yourself. And see where it is that you owe yourself justice to go and have a good time. And like I said, for most of you, these transits are going to be really fortunate. They are. They're really going to be quite fortunate for a lot of people. And I think embrace that. And I think one of the affirmations that a lot of people should have now is this is about to be a really fortunate time. A really, really fortunate time. Let's see what messages we have from the romance angels. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I think with the Hermit card and the Hangman here, both of them being like polar opposites, it's kind of saying that self-reliance is something that's going to have to be part and parcel of this full moon. And instead of, oh, here we go, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Instead of being part of these false matrices, it's really a good idea to start working on what you know is going to prosper you in the future. Card of the Law. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay, let's see what else we have for Taurus. Not Taurus. What else do we have for this Taurus full moon? Okay, I think we are being told to move forward to the goddess guidance. All right, what do we have for this Taurus full moon for the collective and their highest and best good? Remember, guys, all donations made to the channel are so greatly appreciated. You can find out where to do so in the description box. Okay, goddess guidance for this Taurus full moon. Okay, here we go. All 4 cards. Abundance. Don't we like to see that? Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. I love that. Cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and your emotions. And here we go. Sage. Quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. I feel like this full moon is going to be very much... Oh, and inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. I love that. Guys, these are very, very distinctive messages. Be strong, Sekhmet. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. I think that's quite distinctive, guys. I feel like there's a lot of information there. And I think like the quiet time, the hermit time that you're going to need, as well as the inner wisdom with the hanged man energy. This is going to be a fortunate, prosperous full moon for, I think, everyone watching this at least. And leave the video a thumbs up if you agree with that. It's time to accept abundance. Being in poverty or being in a lack mindset is the devil's work. It's literally demonic. And I think it's really, really important that a lot of us really understood that demonic possession is so common these days. Because like spiritual practices, you know, how good is your spiritual hygiene? What are you doing to protect yourself from these? And it's not even like exorcists out here. I mean, in some cases it really is. But it's so subtle. And anywhere there is a lack mindset, and anywhere there is a feeling of there is not enough, this is demonic possession. Because this is a world created by God that's full of abundance. You only have to look outside of the window to see evidences and proof of that. There is always an abundance of something. If there is an abundance of everything, it's your perception that decides what side of the scale that abundance is on. Poverty or prosperity. You really decide that. And anywhere that you find poverty or a lacked mindset, please know that there are whispers of the devil in there, and you owe yourself and your spirit the spiritual hygiene in order to best live your potential. Now, some of the most highest ranking in spiritual terms, I'm not talking in worldly matrix terms, right? Because let's be honest, some of the people out here that have a lot of followers are just really full of shit. And that's just matrix stuff. If you are someone who knows that they're spiritually inclined, they are a special person in this world out here, if you find that there is a lot of these attacks or these spiritual attacks or all these like random like things that are going up against you, please know that this is only part of the Agent Smith satanic energy that you have to, and I promise you, if you are to protect yourself with God's light. And how many references do we have to the illuminated crown here? If you are to protect yourself with God's light, there's nothing that can get to you. It's as simple as that. Try it any other way you want. But from my knowledge and my experience, when God is involved, nothing can get to you. Like, nothing. They can try as hard as they want. It always ends up going back tenfold. So cloak yourself with God and protect yourself. And this is so a Taurian full moon message. It's about connecting to source and your spirit.